It's a lovely day today, and I took time out for you today to share a message with you today to inspire you, to move you, and why you should be afraid of not facing your fears and failures. Number one, fear is normal, and failure is normal. Those are two aspects of life that you will not avoid, you, me, or anybody else. You will notice that those that go to great lengths to try and avoid failure, or those that do not take on tasks or don't take on what is perceived to be as a risk. Anything in life is a risk, right? So that's number one. You got to understand this. Fear and failure is a part of life. It's something you're not going to avoid. Number two, in order to get to the next level of life, let me say that again. In order for you to get to the next level of life, you're going to have to do some things that you haven't done before. In other words, if you want to improve your reading skills, you're not a good reader. You don't have to read out loud, but at some point in time, you got to read or listen to audio or something to enhance your reading skills. Number three, what is your definition of fear? Is it reverence and respect? Is it being scared? Is it that you're afraid of what other people's going to say about you? That's your definition of fear? Because us as human beings, we have some sort of fear in us. We all have fear. And I want you to know that is normal. So number three, you have to come to the realization that you are human. You are entitled to make mistakes. You are entitled to that. Don't let nobody try to take that away from you. Don't let nobody try to strip you of that power. You have the power. You have the freedom. You have the ability. It's your right to make a mistake. And not everything you are going to get wrong. Some things you're going to grasp onto. And that's how it goes sometimes. But there are things, there are times, and there are things, there are times, places, and locations and things that you will try, you will succeed. And there are things at locations and things that you will try and you will fail. But you can't allow that that failure to overcome your willpower and your vision to achieve your goal. So by you not facing your fear and your failures, by you being afraid to face fear and failure, you're not going to tackle that project that you know you should get started. You're not going to go on that run because you got to go through sweat. It might mean being out in public, running, going for a run. You're worrying about what people's going to say. But if you got goals, you got ambition, you got somewhere you want to go in life, you got to think about yourself. Don't worry about what other people's going to say. See, we become fearful of people, places, and things. And when you do that, you're controlled. You're taking away your own freedom based on people's opinions. But this is what you really have to realize. There are people that genuinely love you. And there are people that don't love you. But that's the way of life. But you cannot allow people's opinions to deter you or stop you or try alter you or try allow their opinions to manipulate you to do things to appease them, because that's when you will fail. Your greatest strength is being you and cherishing you. So if you got goals and you know that goals can take you to the next level of life and you're not tackling that goal because of your fear of failing, and it's normal, but don't allow that to overcome your willpower. You got to balance. But don't let that stop you from achieving your goals. So if you really cherish yourself, you're going to accomplish your goals. Even if you fail sometimes along the way, that's an effort. That's what matters. But you still got to go for your goals. That's a form of cherishing yourself. I love you. I want you to have a magnificent day. Don't give up. And it's a right to be fearful. And failure, it's a right to fail too. But it's about learning and getting balance. You can't allow the fear of failure to overpower your willpower to succeed. You are great.